Hello everyone, I am Alka1993 and welcome to day 20 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Advent Calendar series. Just 5 episodes left to go, just 5 cards left to create and we'll be done with the Advent Calendar. Not done with creating custom cards, those will still continue, so if you want to continue occasionally seeing a custom card creation video, please let me know. I'm not going to do them daily like I've done with the Advent Calendar, but I will still be making them. I really like making custom cards. Dueling with them will start soon, so that should be good. So if you want to continue seeing those, please let me know. Yesterday was pretty interesting. Yesterday and 2 days ago. 2 days ago we made, let's see, we had Hoshiningen, created Ranger Panda, and then the day after we got Valeraphon, which would have worked better with Ranger Panda, but whatever. Today, it seems to be a gift that we might get under the tree. A toy. It's Toy Magician. Toy Magician is a level 4 spellcaster light monster with 1600 attack and 1500 defense. You can set this card from your hand in your spell and trap to your spell and trap zone as a spell. During the end phase, if this set card in your spell and trap zone was destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard this turn, special summon this card. If this card is flip summoned, destroy spells and traps on the field equal to the number of Toy Magician on the field. So this is one of the few cards, I want to say Silent Sentinel is another one. Monsters that can be set as either a spell or trap in your spell and trap zone. So potentially I'll create another card like that, because that's a very rare thing. I would say this is a decent card at best, but just for the mechanic you can set a monster in the spell and trap zone to mess with your opponent potentially, that's pretty special. Unfortunately, you can only special summon if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, not your own, so then something like Double Cyclone, Twin Twisters is not going to work on it. But it's still a very interesting thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Create another monster that you can set in the spell and trap zone. But as always, I'm not really sure yet. For Hoshining, I wanted to create a support for like the Hoshining and the Starboy, the Miles Radiant kind of cards. And I ended up not doing that. I created a Panda that didn't really support them too much. So, yeah. Let's see what we're going to do for Toy Magician. For Toy Magician, I am making Bernard the Ghostie. Meanwhile, I'm wearing my cool new Team Rocket hoodie. If you haven't seen the Pokemon Mystery Package video from yesterday, go watch it, because I got this cool hoodie in a package that was addressed to me, and it was from a game store, but I have no idea who ordered it or who sent it. There was no name on it. It was just this hoodie in a box. Obviously with some like things to protect it from being damaged or cut or whatever. But that was it. Anyway, Bernard the Ghostie. I was looking at Toy Magician and I thought, okay, it's Toy Magician and Silver Sentinel, and that's it for monsters that can be set to the spell and trap zone. And then I remembered artifacts. There is an archetype that does that. Now, Silver Sentinel and Toy Magician have to be destroyed by your opponent's card effect, and then their effect will be activated during the end phase. Whereas the artifacts can be done like they can activate during outside of the end phase, and also you can destroy them yourself to kick off their effects to trigger them. And that's what we're going to do with Bernard the Ghostie. This little thing is going to be an effect monster, a zombie because it's a ghostie. Level 1. It's going to be a tuner. And I'm going to make it 100, 400. 100 because I want it to have attack. Not that it'll probably ever attack. 400 because this is originally a Cardfight Vanguard card and it's a heal trigger. And with 4000 attack, so I thought 400 fits. And because it's a heal trigger, I'm going to make it wind. That's the only reason. Pretty sure that the heal trigger thing is in this top corner anyway, or is it this? No, great is here. Heal trigger mark would be here, so works it being in the top right. Okay, what is it? It's effect going to be? It's a level 1 thing at base. I'm going to take Toy Magician's effect. Actually, is it the same as the artifacts? Yeah, this removes the card from Spell and Trap card zone, so this one's slightly more updated. So I'm going to do that. That's the first thing. I think like the artifacts only work during the opponent's turn. Most of them, anyway. Not sure if it's all of them. I forgot about that part. Used the hat deck a few years ago when I was top or near top meta. I want it to be able to be destroyed by either player. Maybe like during the main phase. No, let's just not make, because I said if I'm very early, I think this too many combos possible, but combos are allowed to be possible in the game. So, and if people feel it's too broken, I can always weaken it a little bit. So I'm gonna go for my original idea of just if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So I'm gonna take a lot of that from the artifacts. In a way, like this could have also happened with one of the Purgatory Knights, except Purgatory Knights would have worked way differently. At least the Purgatory Knights is something tiny. During your opponent's turn, if this set, not during your opponent's turn, just if this set card in the spell and trap zone is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon it. This isn't a once per turn. Now mine is probably more abusable, although this is still a good card. And now comes the difficult effect that I'm not sure how to word. If this card is special summoned via its own effect, that's not a cost, it's the activation requirement. I want this monster to be able to increase in level the moment it's special summoned, depending on the amount of cards the opponent has in the field. But let's say the opponent has 4 cards in the field. 2 monsters, or set, spell, or trap, and then a field spell or something. Doesn't matter. 4 cards in their field. Bernard the Ghostie can increase in level depending, like, to the maximum of what the opponent has in the field. But it can be less. Like, you can choose to not increase, obviously, to not activate the effect. So it's going to be you can. To make it optional, but you can go to maximum 5, but you can also choose I just want to increase to level 2, depending on what you want for your field. So via its own effect, you can increase this card's level by 1 up to the amount of cards your opponent controls. You can increase this card's level by 1 up to the amount of cards the opponent controls. So I believe that is clear enough. So if the opponent only has 1 card, let's say 1 monster, Dark Magician, face up and attack, then this can be level 1 if you don't activate the effect, or level 2 if you do. If the opponent has 5 set cards, 2 set monsters, 7 cards, you can make this a level 8 if you'd like. And because this increase only happens upon resolution, if, let's say, the opponent chains a Mystical Space Typhoon, or you do, and or let's say an opponent's card is removed from the field, or added to the field, or whatever, in the chain, so before Bernard the Ghostie's effect resolves, then that alters what you can do with your effect. I think this is it. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap zone as a spell. If the set card in the spell and trap zone is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon it. If this card is special summoned via its own effects, you can increase this card's level by 1 up to the amount of cards your opponent controls. I think that is worded pretty well. I thought I couldn't really word this well, but I think I got it pretty well. I'll have it checked, but I think this is what I like to do. This is Bernard the Ghostie, a card related to Toy Magician in the sense that you can set it in your spell and trap zone as a spell. However, this thing is more versatile in the fact that you can destroy it. It doesn't necessarily activate in the end phase. I think this will be more useful than Toy Magician. What combos can you come up with this tuner that might be able to give you some really cool boards, some really cool monsters on the field? Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.